They said he achieved a lot. He didn't know it. But God used him to achieve a lot. It's written there. By him, God gave deliverance to Syria. So he became a great man. Became a man of valor, a man of honor. And yet he didn't know God. There are many of us who have achieved a lot, even before we knew Christ. Succeeding when you were not born again can be for either of two reasons. Achievement without salvation can be for two different purposes. One good, the other not so good. Because God knows the end from the beginning. Acts of the Apostles, chapter 15, verse 18. Acts 15, verse 18. So when you were not yet born again, and you are succeeding, known unto God are all his works from the beginning of the earth. It could be because God has seen ahead of time that we are going to end up serving him. Like in the case of Naaman, by the time he got healed and he came back to Elisha to say, thank you, I've brought some gifts for Thanksgiving. Interestingly, many of us never come back to say thank you. I thank God for all the testimonies we hear. We have people say, I say I will come back and testify. There are thousands of us who have received bigger miracles than the testimonies we have heard. We won't come out. But Naaman came back. You can read him, continue the story from verse 15 to 19. Came back to Elisha. Sir, I'm clean. Hey, look at me. Sir, I've brought some gifts. And Elisha said, no, healing is not for sale. It is for free. Hey, so you're not going to take anything? He said, no, nothing. Okay. He said, please help, do something for me. Give me some mud, some piece of soil. Here. I will go back home and I will raise an altar for your God. Because now I know there's no other God than your own. God knew that from the beginning. He prospered this man, he made him to succeed because he knew at the end of the day, he will serve me. He will bring the worship of Jehovah to his country where they serve nothing but idols. God knew when he was prospering you before you knew him. Some of you will go to your village and build churches. He knew. I mean, before I knew the Lord Jesus, I was already a lecturer at the University of Lagos. Already had a car, already had a house. Everything was going well. But the moment I got born again, the first thing I did was, we have to build a church in my town. The people must hear this gospel. I remember very well, I said, every member, anyone related to me must hear the gospel quickly. So I called all of them together. I said, I want to celebrate. What are you celebrating? I bought a new car. I built a house. I got a PhD. Come. At least come and celebrate one of them. First thing I did, I threw the gospel to my own village. That's the first thing I did. God knew when I was succeeding even more than my lecturers. He knew where I was going. He has a purpose for every miracle. What have you done with everything He had done for you at the time when you didn't know Him? What have you done even since you became born again? With all your achievements, with all your connections, with all your wealth, He might be waiting. Or on the other side, He could cause you to succeed without knowing Him, so that when you crash, the world will know that there's somebody called the Almighty. You know, the elders have a proverb. They say, when an ant falls, nobody pays attention. When a cockroach falls, it doesn't make a sound. But they say when an elephant falls, you feel the tremor, not only in the bush, but in the heart. That's the case with Pharaoh. In Romans chapter 9, verse 17, Romans 9:17, God said, hey Pharaoh, you think I didn't know what I was doing when I was raising you up, making you king of the whole world, so that when I drown you, the whole world will know there is somebody called the Almighty. In the case of Naaman, God caused him to prosper, to succeed, because he knew at the end of the day, he's coming to serve me. What's your case going to be like? Like that of Naaman, or like that of Pharaoh? I can't decide for you. You are the one who will decide. But then there's another thing to learn from Naaman. When your time comes, God will begin to move. You know, those of you who have been here since the last night of December 31st. Here, during the Holy Communion and so on. You probably must have sensed that it looks as if something has changed in Daddy Gio. His preaching seemed to be a little different. Those of you who are here, I gave you a hint. 2026, for somebody. Remember, I kept on saying for somebody or not for everybody. 2026 is going to be a year you have never seen before.